Wait for that notification to go out and shit. You know how they be.
Hell yeah.
All right, yo, we back week 2 NFL pregame pick'em. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We got 3 people this time instead of 2. We got my boy Derek over here. We got my boy Deleon Cruz over here. We got the Eagles up 13-7 against the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday Night Football right now. It's been a eventful week 1, if I can say the least. Aaron Rodgers is literally sitting on the money. And the Jets somehow managed to pull off a win, which I noticed something about that. Last year on 9/11, the Giants won. Jets lost. This year, other way around.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Good find. Good point.
Yep. So, Derek, I'm going to start with you. What did you notice or what stuck out to you during week 1?
So first of all, the Jets and Bills game was so strange for like so many different reasons. So first of all, I'm super mad because I had been planning to be out to watch this game, and of course I do, and of course, Aaron Rodgers goes down immediately. I'm so angry. This is what I just want to get this out of the way. If you bet sports, we are not paid to say this at all. No one's in my ear, okay, on this. FanDuel is a terrible service. The fact that they will promote Aaron Rodgers coming out all week, the comeback story, all that. He goes down on the first drive. They're like, yeah, according to our house rules, no refunds. It's horrible. Like it's just awful. So if you bet on Aaron Rodgers for the season, cooked. Bet on the Jets for the season, cooked. Division winners, cooked. Even Aaron Rodgers to throw for like, I don't know, 32 yards that night, cooked. They don't care. No refunds, no nothing. So like from the jump, people making money immediately. Like it's awful. But one other small note that I don't know if people know about, and there's not another appropriate time to bring it up. Josh Allen threw 3 picks to the same dude, and that guy had an incentive for the season. So if he got 3 interceptions on the whole season, he would get a $250,000 bonus. And Josh Allen hooked him up on the first day of work. Like, I just want to get that out of the way. I think that's insane.
Didn't even know about the incentive there. That's interesting.
That's so weird. I'm like, somebody needs to do some research, some research on that. Like, does that dude, is he Josh Allen's biggest fan? Did they go to like the same elementary school? What the frick? Strange. But it was a really weird,
that's why.
Really, really strange week for the NFL, for sure. There's a lot more, but we just getting started.
Dale, what'd you notice?
They do the same thing every year in week 1. Couple upsets here and there. Notice that the Bengals lost again in week 1, like they did last year. What else? They just had the teams that's supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, come out and take an L week 1, most of them. So that's what I really noticed in week 1. That's why I say stay away from it week 1. So.
Yeah, you're right. You see Kansas City lost. Who else? Bills lost. Super Bowl contender.
Bengals.
Cincinnati lost. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. So, we're going to start off with this Thursday night game real quick. Minnesota, Philadelphia. Who y'all got winning this game? Dale, I'm going to start with you since Minnesota's your team.
Philly, dog. I keep it 100. Philly.
No hesitation. You said this was what, Minnesota's year they going to fall off or something like that?
Yeah. Last year they overachieved.
This year they underachieved, is what you're saying.
They're going to regress.
Okay. Derek, what about you?
Look, I'm not going to be goofy. We all know what Kirk does come prime time. Like, no amount of Netflix series are going to change the facts, okay? Kirk does not show up on the biggest stages, and this is a good place for the Eagles to show that, like, they're actually a team, like, not to be messed with. Like, last week they were playing around, but I feel like they're going to come out tonight and, like, kind of lay the smack down. Like, regardless of what the score shows at the end of the game, like, I think the Eagles are going to control it. I feel like for whatever reason, the Vikings let Dalvin Cook go for, like, nothing because people just hate running backs for whatever reason. And now they really just got Justin Jefferson. Like, he's the team. And if he's not cooking, even if he does cook, like I still don't think they're going to come through. So I got the Eagles also.
There's one thing to be aware of, as I've noticed about these Thursday night football games, is the team that's usually leading at halftime typically loses. That was like the theme last year. This one, I'm going to stick with the Eagles, but it's something to be vigilant of. All right, someone said, what's the point of watching pro sports anymore when it's clear as day? It's scripted to the max. It gets predictable. People putting big money into betting. Simple. There's this word, starts with an E. Do you two know what that word is? It is blank.
Oh, it's just entertainment, obviously. Like, look, even if you know that there's like I don't know if y'all talked about this last week, but the amount that the NFL has leaned in to like the scripted narrative is like a little atrocious. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's gotten to the point where it's like, y'all wouldn't even pay this so much attention if you weren't actually worried about it affecting ratings. But at the end of the day, people watch pro wrestling. They know it's scripted. They know it's fake, but there's still a chance that somebody lands wrong, somebody breaks a bone, people end up bleeding. They still want to see the storylines. It's still fun to watch, even if at the end of the day, you know, it's like, come on, be for real. Some of the stuff that we see, like, it really just doesn't make any type of logical sense. So it's all entertainment.
Yeah, like I get asked this question. Actually, we get asked this question 1,000 fucking times for years. I still don't know why I'm getting asked this question, but it's no different than movies. Movies are fake. No one asks, "Hey, why are you watching a Spider-Man movie?" No, you just go and watch it. See what I'm saying? It's scripted, literally. So, same shit. Oh yeah, some dude named Samai Hill said they know you. Apparently.
Oh yeah. I work with her. Her name's Sam.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Look, we all got fans. Who would have thunk it?
Shout out Samai Hill. All right, man. Starting off with this Sunday 1 p.m. game. You know, Baltimore had an ugly win against the Texans last week. That was a boring game. I don't know what was worse, the Vols game or the Ravens game. But it was a terrible game. Baltimore won last week. Cincinnati apparently didn't want to play football against the Browns. But I think they're going to bounce back, and I'm taking the Bengals over the Ravens. Pains me to say that. Dale, who you got?
I'm on that same boat. Bengals bounce back. But would I be surprised if they lose? No. But Bengals do bounce back.
Wow. My friend Lobo, I'm surprised at your lack of faith in the Ravens. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't know if y'all noticed, Joe Burrow threw it 30 times last week and had 80 yards and got like benched by the end of the game. So I don't think that turns around in like a week. I think that the Ravens are just gonna like roll. Frankly, I think that another week in that offense, like Lamar feeling better about the playbook, like OBJ, believe it or not, like I rock with the guy. Like I think he's actually gonna make a difference. Mark Andrews and friends, like I think the Ravens take it, and I think that the Bengals started out like 0-2, like a different season, and they still ended up AFC Championship. So I don't think, if the NFL wants them to continue to be great, I don't think they're worried about them dropping the first two games. So I'm gonna go Ravens.
My only thing about the Ravens, they get bit by the injury bug worse than any team I've ever seen. Like, this goes back to Joe Flacco days. It seems like every week one, a key injury always hits the Ravens. Or a couple years ago, we just lose 3 running backs magically. Never seen anything like it in a day in my life. Now, this next game, I recall you mentioning, Dell, that Chicago would beat Tampa Bay, and that Baker Mayfield winning was basically to give people some false hope that Tampa Bay would be decent this year. You say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually agree with you on that too. So I'm taking the Bears over the Bucks. Derek, who you got?
I'm actually gonna go with the Bucks because look, this is not me believing in Baker Mayfield by any stretch of the imagination. Like I don't think they're actually like a good team, but the Bears, they got absolutely housed by Jordan Love, who for years, it's like every time you try to ask somebody about Jordan Love, they're like, I don't know. I know he's on the team. I know he's a quarterback, but like, it's like they were hiding the footage. Like, it's like he was their best kept secret or something. I just don't, it's just hard for me to believe that I just don't believe in the Bears at all. I think if Justin Fields isn't running, like they're not doing anything. So I have to go with the Bucks.
We got the Buccaneers. Okay. Someone said he'll be back talking shit. Oh, Blackbird said that once y'all win against the Cardinals. I don't know, man. I don't know. You already know I'm predetermined to not pick the Giants ever. I don't give a fuck who they could play themselves. I'm still gonna pick them to lose.
And the Cardinals are like actively trying to lose, so like I wouldn't even take that much stock in a victory over the Cardinals. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for them these days. I don't even know if Kyler Murray.
Out of Tennessee, nigga.
Josh Dobbs, the eyebrowless ghoul. All right,
Yup.
bro. Okay.
Yeah, he a cool
All
nigga
right.
though, but yeah, Josh Dobbs, man. Paul said the Bengals, Cards, Patriots, Falcons money line. Daniel Jones minus 0.5 on the INTs. Okay. All right, moving on. Green Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta's a 2-point favorite in this game. Atlanta then retooled their team a little bit, got the easy schedule in the NFL. They showed out against a sorry-ass Panthers team, excuse me. But I got them getting the win over the Packers, where the Bears had to try their best to make Jordan Love look good. So I got ATL. Dell, who you got?
ATL, they're gonna run all over the Packers. Bijan, Algier. It's hard to stop the run, and once they go up, it's gonna be hard to get them off the field. So I got ATL.
Oh Lord, I feel like I just come in and I just immediately start just deviating off the path. To quote that one chick from that viral plane video, I look at Desmond Ridder, the quarterback for the Falcons, and I'm like, that motherfucker back there is not real. He's not real. I don't know who Desmond Ridder is or where he came from. I don't think he's doing anything. I think the Packers are gonna continue to roll. The fact that Aaron Rodgers left, I think that the story of the Packers like coming up and Jordan Love like continuing to cook would just be like, it would just be too hot. Like it would be such a great story. So I think the Packers are going to win again, and Aaron Rodgers is going to continue to be sour. It's going to be a tough day for Jets fans.
Okay, real quick, since you mentioned the Packers, do you have them winning the NFC North?
Who's in there? Lions, Falcons, Saints.
Lions, Vikings, Bears.
Lions, Vikings, Bears. Vikings. You know what? Yeah. Mark me down. Packers got it. I just believe in them. Like organizationally, like to go from Favre into Rodgers into Love, like why wouldn't they continue to own? You know, like I just kind of for Jordan Love to have his first full start and almost drop 40, like I don't think it's a fluke. I just don't. I like Jordan Love. I don't know the guy, but I like him. I don't know. So yeah, mark me down. Packers got it.
I'm gonna start writing quotes down from now on when niggas say shit. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I got shit in quotes now. What shit y'all say? Myself included. All right, next game, man. Battle of the rookie black quarterbacks, dark skin versus light skin. We got that man Richardson against Stroud in the AFC South matchup of teams that probably won't have another exciting game much of the year. They might have a couple more, but not much to go off of. Dill, I'm gonna start with you. Who you got winning this one?
The line looked kind of tricky. I don't know why Houston favorite, right?
We are 1.5 points.
1.5. Houston is worse than Indy, and we all know what it is. But I'm gonna go Indy. I don't think they're worse than Houston, and I think Houston and Arizona are the two worst teams in the league. So
yeah, this was the game where the line opened up with Houston as a 2-point favorite, then jumped all over the place, went to Indy for a hot minute, then jumped back to Houston. Yeah, that's crazy. That line looks ridiculous. But I'm zagging on that one, man. I got CJ Stroud getting his first dub in H-Town. Derek, who you got?
I think I don't care who they're playing. It's gonna be a long day if you find out I'm ever picking the Texans for anything. I got nothing against them personally. Like I just no, I just don't believe in anything about them at all. So I'll take the field against the Texans. It does not matter. So Indy, I think they got it. And shout out black quarterbacks.
Shout out black quarterback. Look at Vilkin stupid. Hell no.
hmm
Okay. All right.
That's funny.
All right. Well, his picture's wild, so.
That's funny as hell. Blackbird got the Colts. Eagles gonna run back a punt in overtime to win. I hope not. I hope this game doesn't go in overtime. I'm tired of that shit. I hate that.
And he's gonna work in the
Have a
morning.
high scoring game. Yeah, at least have a high, if you're gonna do that overtime shit, have a high scoring game. Don't have your all pro quarterback throw 3 blatant ass interceptions and try his best to blow the game late. Like, come on, bro. And have Zach Wilson, the motherfucking Mormon. What they say that nigga was name was the Mormon MILF. What was the name? Someone said it last week. The Mormon MILF something. The Mormon MILF Slayer. That's what it was. Yeah. Whoever said that, shout out to you. That's fucking genius. Having
That's
him
hard.
win a game.
That's a young
Which
gravy bar or some shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, they built that up in Hard Knocks. If you paid attention, like every time they made it a point to show Aaron Rodgers mentoring Zach Wilson, and they highlighted him in the preseason games and shit.
Dude, I had so many people trying to put me on to Hard Knocks, and I was so close to watching it. And you know how mad I would have been if I watched all Hard Knocks and then Aaron Rodgers got injured the first fucking drive of the season. You would never be able to get that time back. If you watch every episode of Hard Knocks, I'm so sorry. Like, they just wasted your time. That's so tough.
What was it, like 6? I think I watched 4 of them, and then after he got hurt, I didn't watch episode 5. I was like, yeah, there's no point anymore. Like, fuck this. It was good for what it was, but yeah, it was too much Aaron Rodgers dick riding for me, honestly. All right, next game. Seattle. Oh my God. At Detroit, who's a 4.5 point favorite. Like I mentioned before, they want Detroit to be like the new hot team, the hype train team. This year, the Detroit Lions, they beat the reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs last week. I think they'll keep that going on. They're gonna beat the Seahawks at home. In a home opener, mind you. Dale, who you got?
I'm right on board with you. Detroit, take it to spread. It might be a blowout. Detroit.
Derek, what about you?
I gotta ride with Detroit, bro. Like, I don't care about anything Detroit specifically outside of Dan Campbell. Ever since I heard that man was telling people his team is gonna bite off kneecaps, like, I've never stopped riding with the man. Like, I just believe in the Lions. Like, just because I believe in that man. Like, he sounds like a pro wrestler when he talks. Like, I just fuck with him unequivocally. Like, he's just my guy. So
He's in the right industry to say that shit, so it makes sense.
Exactly. Like, I feel like he's the type of person that could easily transition straight from the NFL into like pro wrestling, and nobody will blink an eye. They'd be like, "Oh, it's too scripted sports." But them coming out and taking down like the NFL's darling, I feel like why stop there? You know, and also Geno Smith, man, he had his moment in the sun. I think it's over with. I'm sorry. Quote me, I guess.
He got his bag and he's sitting on his money just like Aaron. So
yeah, he's good for it.
Oh, next game this one was kind of tough for me to pick. Chargers at Titans. Chargers a 3-point favorite. They had that track meet of a game against the Dolphins last week that had the crazy, wacky ending to it. Oh, man, but you know, Tennessee. It's something about Tennessee when they usually open up losing. Like their first game, they'll bounce back and win. But I'm going to take the Chargers on this one. In a close game, I don't think they'll cover. Derek, who you got?
This is tough. Lobo, as you know, we're both fellow Tennesseans. I work in Nashville. So, like, don't let this spread. Don't tell anybody I said this. I personally dislike Ryan Tannehill. I don't think he's a talented quarterback in the National Football League. Didn't he throw like 3 picks last week to the set? Like, what do you? Nah. I don't think it's gonna happen because Justin Herbert, like, he's that dude. And if they get out to a hot start and the Titans feel like they got to throw, who they gonna throw with? They don't even really have a quarterback for real. I love Derek. He's the second best Derek I know. I just don't think he's going to be able to beat the Chargers on his own. Like, they're going to be chucking it down the field. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Derek's just going to keep on chugging, but they're just not going to have the time. I don't believe in Ryan, so I'm going to have to go with the Chargers. And, like...
You went out there wait for that Derek reference. by the way.
A little bit. His name is spelled the worst way possible. There's a lot of ways to spell Derek, but Derrick is
Derrick.
disgusting. Derrick is fucking ridiculous, but whatever. Don't tell him I said that though. He's fucking huge. I don't want no beef.
Dale, who you got?
Man, piggybacking on y'all, or shit, yeah, on y'all. Chargers got too much O. I just don't see Tennessee keeping up with them. And if you got to,
High
you
scoring or
know,
low scoring game?
um,
Because Titans is known for defense too. And the Eckler's questionable for the Chargers.
if the Chargers score 24, 21, I just don't see Tennessee keeping up with them.
Mm.
I really don't.
Damn, can't even crack 3 touchdowns. That's sad.
Tannehill, they quarterback. So.
That's a point. Oh shit, D Hop questionable too, with an ankle.
Oh, it's over with. It's
I
over
said
with.
question. You know what questionable mean nowadays? They say questionable about damn near any player.
Questionable
And then they suit
means
up.
questionable is almost like doubtful. It's like 200 square feet away from like doubtful. Like if it's probable or if it's like likely or if it's like, then they're probably gonna play. I hear questionable, I'm like, nah, cuz like when Aaron Rodgers first went down, they're like, it's questionable, he'll come back. I'm like, nah, he's fucking toast.
I was honestly surprised it wasn't just one game for Rodgers. I would have figured, sit him one game, then have him come back against the Cowboys in a blockbuster matchup. No, they said, fuck that nigga. We just gonna push him to the side for a little bit. We got the preseason hype, so we can just sit this nigga to the side. Focus on Zach Wilson, who ain't gonna do shit. Next game, this one should be easy. Buffalo should bounce back against the Raiders. Do they cover 8.5? I don't think so. I think Josh Allen gonna do some dumb shit, turn the ball over late like usual, make it close, but they gonna pull it off. But I got the Bills beating the Raiders. Derek, who you got?
Hold on. If there's any ASMR fans in the audience, I got something for you. I'm cracking this one just because it's the lock of the week. Bills easily. Like as far as the spread, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to get cooked by these books, but if you're trying to set up a parlay or something, if you like know about teasers or whatever, I'm not going to go into like an explanation as to what that means. It's not my job. But if you want to throw the Bills money line in, or if you're like a survivor pick lock of the week or whatever, there's no way the Bills can come back in and just lose again. Like it would be unforgivable. So I got the Bills, obviously. If you looking for spread advice, I don't know. Ask your mama.
Dale, who you got?
Bills had to lose week 1. We know why. Bills had to lose week 1. Will they lose week 2? Hell no. Can the Raiders stop the Bills? Do they have the DBs to stay with Stephon Diggs? Even Gabe Davis? Do they have a defense to stop? No, they don't. Can the Raiders score enough to keep up with them? I don't think so. You think Jimmy G is going to put up 20? He might not even
If
put up
Josh Allen turns
14.
the ball over willingly, yes.
He might not even put up 14. He got happy feet back there. I don't see the Bills giving up too many points to the Raiders at all. Bills -9, landslide.
Oh, you got them whooping their ass. Okay.
I do.
All right, another game. Another team has an opportunity to bounce back. Speaking of Super Bowl contenders, Kansas City Chiefs, who are 3.5-point favorite at Jacksonville. That man T-Law. Jacksonville had, close game against the Colts last week, and we know what happened with the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football to open the season. But I got the Mr. Light Bright, Mr. Sideshow Bob getting his first win of the season. So KC over the Jags, covering. Dale, who you got?
It's really hard to imagine the Chiefs to go 0-2.
Wide ass open, my bad.
The Chiefs should have won week 1. All the drop passes, the miscues. If you think about it, Lions really only scored 14 on them, minus the pick 6. So if that pick 6 never happens, Chiefs be 1-0 right now. And they got Chris Jones coming back this week. They got Kelsey damn near might come back this week. People forget those two didn't play week 1. Chiefs finna win.
And it's Mahomes' birthday. Shout out to Scotty Boy 36. So,
Oh, it is.
yeah.
Thank you, Scotty Boy 36. Yeah, I mean, Kelsey, I'm almost certain he's coming back. They got this podcast the Kelsey brothers do where they're always talking about like the NFL. I'm pretty sure he said he's good to go there. I think Jason, his brother, also said he was good to go on like a separate show. So Kelsey coming back, Mahomes off a loss is great. Lots of Chief hype. Lots of Chief hype this year. Chris Jones, new contract, and I think his contract isn't even like an extension. It's like based off incentives for this year. So like he's gonna be going crazy trying to make up that money. So I don't see any reason why the Chiefs wouldn't win. No funny business. It's a Chiefs dub.
KC, okay. Oh, wait, yeah, we both picked that right here. I totally forgot to write it down. Damn. All right, first 405 game. San Francisco at LA, the Rams. That is 7.5 point favorite. We saw San Francisco spank the Steelers last week. Do they keep this up or do they catch a dub? That is the mystery question. Derek, I'm going to start with you.
I'm going on record as a devout Brock Purdy believer. I think the 49ers are going to cook. 7.5 is like it's a tough number because it's like it's an in division game. Is it in LA? I think it might be in LA.
Yes, in LA.
Yeah. So it might be closer than people want, but I don't see the 49ers losing to the Rams. Like the 49ers just have way too much talent. And Brock Purdy, there was this specific play where Brock Purdy, like, he dropped back, and I think it was Minka Fitzpatrick or something. Like some really good safety for the Steelers came running in right at him, and he just immediately just dipped out, rolled out, and just made a play. And I was like, people are always talking about Brock Purdy like, oh, anybody could do what he does with those weapons he has. But like that was him reacting to a blitz. I know I'm on some like real, like all 24, like burning the midnight oil watching game tape. It was just one play. Okay. I just watched the highlights. But Brock Purdy seems legit is what I'm saying. And I think he's going to continue to cook. So I got the 49ers.
Interesting fact, actually, San Francisco has 8 straight regular season victories over the Rams.
Should have started with that.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's nice. We in there.
Dale, who you got?
About to be 9. They're going to have 9 straight regular season victories. And I was going to bring that up, too. The Niners got the Rams number. So, and they got the better roster right now. So, Niners.
What's they saying? What's the little chant they got for the Niners?
Which one?
The Bang Bang Niner Gang or some shit like that.
Yeah, that shit.
They'll never catch on to me. But no, I'm gonna go with y'all on that one, man. San Fran, I got this one. They got this dub, you feel me? Against the Rams. Seattle might take a step back this year. As you mentioned, I think Monday. So all right, here's the fun one, man. The Giants, who are 4.5 point favorite at Arizona. You already know how I feel about the Giants. Like I said, they could play themselves and lose. I'm taking the Cardinals, man. I'm riding with Josh Dobbs on this one. Always. Dale, who you got?
I'm about to go the other way on that one. Giants gonna murder their ass. Shout out Blackbird. Take the -4.5. Cardinals is not gonna keep up with them. Cardinals trying to tank for the number 1 pick. That's what it is. So, New York.
Cardinals are not a serious football team. I'm gonna have to go with the Giants. Game of the week, I don't know about that. But the Giants are gonna come back. Nobody gets embarrassed 40-0 like that, and then comes back and
their ass beat.
And lays like another egg. I'm telling you right now, if the Giants lose to the Cardinals this week, especially if they don't like score at least 2 touchdowns, I'm done with the Giants for the year. Like I'm telling you right now, like I'm gonna have like an unparalleled level of disrespect for the Giants if they lose to the Cardinals in a disappointing fashion. It's not happening.
Man, I hope the Cardinals fuck around and win this game for real, bro. I just don't like the Giants. It's really not even the Giants. I just don't like Danny Nichols. That's all this boils down to. If he's on another team, I'll probably start picking him. But as long as he's wearing that ugly ass jersey, that ugly ass number 8, yeah, every week going against the Giants. I don't give a fuck who it
Man,
is.
times like this make me miss Pat, man. What did he used to call Danny? The Vanilla Vic. I believe in Vanilla Vic.
Don't no, you gonna get Blackbird started now because he do that shit, bro. Shit. All right. Speaking of New York, we got the Jets without Aaron Rodgers at Dallas, who's an 8.5-point favorite. We saw what Dallas did last week against the Giants. Gave him a donut real quick, spanked them, embarrassed them. It was bad. It was so bad. I had to turn it off, go to another show, then come back to it just to see what was happening. It was still they were getting their ass kicked. But I think Dallas is going. I don't think they're gonna cover, but they're gonna beat the Jets. The Jets got their little emotional win, they ritualistic win last week. But yeah, they getting their ass stomped out closely by the Cowboys. Derek, who you got?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be one of those games where it's like the Cowboys because okay, I'm planting my flag somewhere else. Also, Dak Prescott is also not real, but the Cowboys defense is so good, and I think the Jets are in such disarray. Even though the Jets defense is legit, you know, they're the opposite of Zach Wilson. I think it will be closer than people want, but ain't no way the Cowboys going to lose this. Like let's be for real.
Dell, who you got?
Like Derek said, ain't no way the Cowboys gonna lose. Come on now, like they shut out uh Daniel Jones last week, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is a million times better than Zach Wilson. I just don't see how they gonna score. That's my thing. How they gonna score? Are they gonna score over 14? I'm not sure. They might, but Dallas all the way.
Them
Simple,
boys.
simple. Don't think too hard. Simple. It might be some numbers for New York, whatever, but simple. You got to go with common sense sometimes. Simple.
Someone said Giants get shut out again.
That'd be
Damn.
that'd be fucked. That'd be fucked up if they did.
That should be
Oh,
just
man, let it
devastating for
happen.
the
Let's
state of
go.
New York. That just be awful. That just be
Let
so
it
sad.
happen. CBS has the best scoreboard and theme music. Ooh, that's a conversation for another day. I don't know how 100% if I agree with that. But Washington at Denver, who is a 3.5-point favorite, the Broncos that is. Does Sean Payton get his first win as the Broncos coach in Denver? Or does Washington ride this high and this whole emotional storyline of having new ownership and turning a new leaf in a game where they struggled against the Cardinals, who were trying to tank, as y'all mentioned? I'm taking Denver on this one, man. In a very ugly game. One games you really don't even want to watch. But I got the Broncos. Fuck Russell Wilson. Dell, who you got?
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Oh, hell.
I got I
Ew.
got I got Denver. Where like Denver, it's gonna be an ugly ass game. It might be 10-9. You know, Denver always have a tendency to, play in close games. So it ain't Denver. Denver.
Derek, who you got?
People would never know this by just talking to me, but I was always a Broncos fan. And like I tried to give Russell Wilson a chance, but we got a whole season of data, of evidence. He's just not that guy. But the thing is the Commanders are also really bad. And I think this is one of those situations where like people are gonna stop paying attention to Sean Payton and Russell Wilson if they lose to the football team. So oh, nah. You know what? I can't bring myself to do it. Like, I really want to do it, but I can't ride. I'm sorry. I just think Russ is cooked. I think it's over. I'm so sorry. I think the Commanders going to win. I had the Broncos written down here. I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. That's so sad, bro. I'm sorry. I think it's over with. Sierra, save him.
All right, man. Sunday night football game. We got Miami at New England. New England had that close game against the Eagles last week. Mac Jones did Mac Jones things. So we saw what happened. Miami put up a lot of points. Didn't play any defense. Got into a track meet. They got Tyreek Hill, so that helps. They got Jalen Waddle. That helps. They got speed everywhere. That helps. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the Dolphins to keep this going. Typically, they do good in New England. Usually, it's late in the year, but they usually do good against New England. So I'm taking the Fins. Derek, who you got?
Upset alert. You're not gonna believe it. I want the Patriots. Like, I just got this feeling like the spread is really close. So, like, I don't follow everything as closely as the people that like set the market do. But something about the spread being like 2.5, 3, or something like that. Divisional
Opened at 2.5,
game,
went up to 3. Yeah.
2.5, divisional game. Bill Belichick. I would be absolutely shocked if Bill Belichick, at the ripe old age of 109, is letting Tyreek Hill in single coverage up against like his corners that he's going to be coaching up all week. I just Tua is one of those people, and maybe I'll look stupid in a couple years or so, but he's one of those people that, like, for whatever reason, I just can't believe the hype. Now, maybe Tyreek Hill will single-handedly prove me wrong. Him and Jalen Waddle are like crazy to watch, but if there is one game where I think people are going to be surprised, I think it's going to be this one. Mac Jones miraculously threw for like 300 yards last week and nobody cares. Like, I feel like the Patriots are on to something, and I just don't think Bill's going to get cooked like that. So I'm going to go with the Patriots. I might be on an island here, but it is what it is. I was born in Massachusetts. Check my social security card.
Dell, who you got?
Yeah, you on an island for sure. Miami, bro. Like, again, how? I mean, New England do got a good defense. Don't get me wrong, but then again, on the offensive side, you got Mac. Is he gonna keep up?
Mac made a Pro Bowl once upon a time. I know it was as an alternate, but like it doesn't not count.
Like Tyler Huntley, right?
He did the gritty in the end zone.
But nah,
but
I got Miami. I got Miami winning that game in New England. It's gonna be tough though. But again, everybody is, entitled to, who they think gonna win, their opinion. And if y'all want to put y'all money on New York Jets, y'all can do that. You can do that. So
wait, who did you pick again? My bad.
Miami.
I was reading the comments. All right, Miami, got you. Monday night, well, one of the Monday night football games because they're getting greedy with this shit. New Orleans at Carolina. Carolina obviously didn't do anything against Atlanta last week. New Orleans had an ugly win against the Titans. I don't really expect much from either of these teams, but I do expect the Saints to beat the Panthers, covering the spread. Derek, who you got?
Oh, I got the Saints. I haven't watched a Panthers game in I don't know how long. Like, I don't think they're like relevant as a NFL team for real. Like, I wish the NFL worked like the Premier League does and they would relegate teams so we wouldn't have to watch the Panthers anymore. Sorry if there's any Panthers fans in the chat or that'll see this video in the future, but like, I just don't care about y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta go with the Saints.
Duh, who you got, man?
Again, simple. New Orleans. It's not really much to talk about.
Nola. Who they? Or who that? No, it's who that. Who they, Cincy. Last Monday night football game. Cleveland, who's a 2.5-point favorite. As they embarrassed the Bengals last week. At Pittsburgh, who got embarrassed by the Niners last week. They owe us a close game. If the first one is going to be trash, they owe us something to be close, goddammit. I'm still taking the Browns on this one. Derek, who you got?
You know, if anybody watched pregame pick'em shows last year, you know about my feelings towards Deshaun Watson. I think he's nasty. But I would never lie to you people about my true feelings. And the fact of the matter is, after I saw Myles Garrett practicing crossover moves before he blitzed last week, I just feel like the Browns are going to be too much for the Steelers. And Deshaun Watson, man, whatever, man. I think Nick Chubb's going to carry into victory. Myles Garrett's going to blitz the other quarterback into oblivion. Whoever the fuck the coach is of the Browns, Stefanski, Stinky, whatever his fucking name is. I think the Browns are going to win, but it's not going to be because of Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson came out and he was like, I'm a different quarterback than I was in Houston. I've evolved. I'm better now. Nobody wants you to evolve. Like, he was great in Houston before the news broke. The Cleveland Browns people wanted Houston Deshaun, the football player. Don't evolve. Like, run around, do your thing, throw
Shout
for
out Ball like
4,000
he a
yards,
Pokemon.
be that dude that cooked Alabama. But like, whatever. I'll take the Browns. I'm not happy about it, but they're probably gonna win. Whatever.
Dale, who you got?
Blackbird, you my guy. You know that. But I'm going the other way. I got Steelers at home.
Steelers. He got the Steelers. Okay. Okay. He got Pittsburgh in that motherfucker. Okay, I see. That'd be different and shit. Got you. All right. So, lastly, I know Derek, you mentioned Buffalo is one of your locks. Who's the other lock?
Ooh, if there was another lock, I'm gonna have to go with. Let's see. Buffalo and the I have to go with the Cowboys. Like Micah Parsons has been talking so tough, and I think the Jets are just gonna collapse in on themselves. So I'm gonna have to go Bills, Cowboys, locks.
Dale, who you locks?
Oh man. And Bills by a million. Bills by a million. And I got the Chiefs.
KC. The two AFC contenders.
You know, I'm gonna give y'all
Got you.
one more. I got the Bengals too. Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, money line. Think about it. You got Allen, Mahomes, Burrow. All three of them gonna win y'all parlay.
All right, I got Chicago and Detroit. I'm gonna stay in the NFC North with this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, hype train again. It's the team they want to push up, make them seem like they Super Bowl contenders, which we know better than that. And Chicago, the team that's gonna bounce back against Baker Mayfield's Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield's so funny, bro. I don't know if y'all heard about him talking about like he was in the it was like halftime or something. He went up to his teammates. He was like, "Guys, I got it. I can I figured out all their signals. I I know when they're in cover two. I know when they're." And then one of his teammates came out and told the media that. I was like, "Bro, you should have kept that to yourself. That's crazy. I don't know why you do that." But Baker Mayfield is showing like a little bit of like, I don't want to say maturity in general, but like I used to think that he didn't know how to read defenses at all. Like I thought he was just running out there and slinging it. But he's like, "Guys, I'm actually paying attention to like what the defense is doing." I was like, "Oh shoot, that's kind of scary." So I don't know, man. Locking the Bears is crazy, but I don't know. I could be proven wrong. Justin
I mean,
Fields,
a
I just
lot of
don't.
it with Baker is that he's too short behind the offensive line. That's one thing.
True.
Another thing, he's damn good at reading the script, but he's short as fuck. The same thing with Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, short, height problems. Michael Vick, height problems. But yeah, y'all have any closing thoughts? As this game is, damn, it's still in the third quarter. Jesus Christ. 27-14. We are closing thoughts for the week. Any other crazy expectations that's going to happen in week 2?
The only thing I want to say is whoever in the chat earlier who said I was smoking balls, okay, talk about the Packers winning the division. All right. We'll see, buddy. We'll absolutely see. Cause like I know who's in the division, and I don't know if you know, but like I know, and it's not quite the impressive bunch. Like you could really put a little bit of money on anybody to win, and I wouldn't be surprised about anybody. Okay, we'll certainly see. This week, I think that the only surprise that we may see, if there's one crazy upset that might happen, even though it's my lock of the week, I wouldn't be surprised if like the Jets pull some like crazy shit, like just to get people talking. Because if the Cowboys like smoke the Jets, no one's gonna care. But if the Jets upset them, then all these talk shows got something to talk about for the week. Like, what? How? What does this mean for Aaron Rodgers? Oh my God, what does this say about Zach Wilson? Is he the future? What if Aaron Rodgers wants to come back, but Zach Wilson did beat the Cowboys? I feel like if there's one game to really look out for, it's that one. And I think there'll be more news to come out of that game, even if it's like close. Even if the Cowboys only win by like 1 point, that's going to be the talking point of the week. So I would just look out for that game. That's my prediction. Something weird's going to happen in that Cowboys and Jets game.
Dale, what you got?
Shit, nothing.
All right, cool. That has been week 2 of NFL pregame picker. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We are out. Oh yeah, and if you complain like, oh, you making picks because you think it's real or whatever, shut the fuck up. Eat dick.